everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this family home called Braxton House. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real, ThomasDB1. So this build I actually built on the 3rd of September this year, which is over a month ago now. So you may have remembered me on Twitter a little while ago how I was saying that I built 7 builds in 2 days. Well, this was actually one of those, and just because of, like, you know, the Get Famous announcement and going up to 2 mansion builds a week and other things like that, this has been kind of just been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. I've done this voiceover for this build over the last 2 months like 4 times now, because I do the voiceover thinking it's going to go up, and then something comes up and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then it kind of passes it and I'm like, okay, well, I might as well do the voiceover again because, you know, things are not going to sound that relevant. So for example, I was talking about things and then, you know, I've got the Get Famous announcement after that, so I was like, well, you know, things I'm talking about may not be relevant now. So that kept happening, and finally I think this is going to be going up on the 27th of October, so I'm doing this voiceover now on the 25th, which is like 2 days before, which is a normal thing for me. And yeah, so I'm sorry if you just heard my voice crack there. I've just noticed that I did that. I had my a morning coffee just a little while ago. If you don't know, coffee actually dries out your throat, so that's sometimes why I tend not to do my voiceovers that early in the morning, but everybody's out of the house now, so I've kind of got a chance to do it, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to get it done. If my voice cracks once in a while, it's fine. You probably heard it a million times by now. Anyway, so this build, well, that's the thing, I don't know that much about it, because it's been over a month since I've done it. I can literally not remember a thing about this home. All I kind of know that's maybe have like 2 or 3 bedrooms, and I converted the garage into like a gym and a laundry area and also a bathroom as well, because the garages aren't the most practical space in builds at the minute, so I feel like it's best to change it into something like that where you can use it more, and that's what we're doing. Now you can also see that the garage door is made out of stone. So it's really embarrassing actually that I didn't even think about it when I did it, and I've had a few comments over the last couple of weeks about people picking up on how I use stone on garage doors. Now I don't even think about it when I do it, like I said, it's just a thing that I do. It never really kind of came across me, that's what I'm doing, and it's really bizarre. So I kind of stopped doing it, but like I said, this was made before I got those comments, so I can't really change it now. So, you know, hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much with that. Anyway, so we're just working on the backyard area, as you can see. It's got a nice big pool in it, and also this is on a 30 by 20 lot, which at the minute is kind of a rarity for me because I don't do too many smaller builds since I do mansion builds on Fridays and Sundays now. So, you know, it's kind of like my smaller builds aren't that popular anymore, so I tend not to do them. And, you know, since I built this way before I decided to go up to 2 mansion builds a week, I was thinking, well, should I kind of scrap this build or not? I was like, you know what, let's just upload it. I know some people kind of like smaller builds anyway, so even if it appeals to a small minority of people, then, you know, I'm fine with that. Now, I do also have a few more smaller builds coming up. I do have another kind of family home like this coming up as well, part of those 7 builds that I did, because they've been sitting on my desktop for like 2 months now. So I have another 30 by 20. I have what looks like another 30, yeah, it looks like 2 more 30 by 20s coming up, and then I also have a 40 by 30 as well. So that's some of the older builds that I've done, and that's going to be kind of mixed in between, you know, my regular mansion builds and stuff as well. But I'll let you know in those voiceovers of that it's an older build. Now I know we do have Get Famous coming out soon, and I don't really know if those builds are going to be up before then. I don't know. I've got so many things happening. It's just my schedule's a mess. I keep changing it every day. But anyway, so we're just working on this little pool area here, as you can see. I always tend to use those little lily pads and the kind of mossy stuff, I guess you could call it, in the pool. Just adds a little bit more decoration to it, I suppose. A small little seating area here too. So, like I said, it's the 25th that I'm recording this on. Not that many interesting things going on really. I'm trying to think. Well, tomorrow I do actually have a collab with the Yorkie lads coming up. He's another Sims 4 speed builder here. You probably heard of him. He does some amazing builds. So I'm so glad that we'll have a collab coming, because I've been wanting to collab with him for a while now. So that should be coming tomorrow. It's not 100% finalised, but we're aiming for Sunday the 28th, is it? Yeah, the 28th. So that should be coming tomorrow. But if not, you know, stay tuned. We're coming soon if it's not tomorrow. Anyway, and yeah, so other things that's been going on. not really, well, yesterday we did actually get a new TV. I know that's totally irrelevant, I don't know why I just mentioned that, but I thought I'd mention it, since people tell me to talk about more real life things as well. So yeah, we did get a new TV because we were actually watching The Great British Bake Off the other night. I love that show. And I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, the screen just went black. The sound was still on and everything, and then the screen just went black. I was like, oh, the signal might be bad or something. So we turned the TV off and turned it back on, and we did that a few times and changed some things around, and it still did not work. So we left it a good day, and then we came back the next day, turned it back on, and did the exact same thing. So like, okay, it's broken. Now, we've had this TV since like 2007 or 2008, so it's a good 10 years old. So you know, it was due to break at some point. So yeah, so we got a new one. We got a I don't know what the model is, but it's a Samsung 43-inch one. We did used to have a 37-inch one, which, to be honest, isn't that big compared to some other people's I've seen. My neighbours actually have a 78 or 82-inch, I can't remember, one of those two inch TV, which is crazy. I remember going to their house once, and I can't even put it into words. It was totally ridiculous. So we didn't really want to get one like that, and plus the space where we have the TV in the living room, it isn't really that big anyway, so we can't really get bigger than a 43-inch. So that's what we got. It's really, really thin. The last one that I had was quite thick, but this one's really thin, so it kind of looks really odd in the place we have it. But yeah, we've been having like a few renovations going on the house. Well, not really renovations, we've just been redecorating. So I suppose the major things was that we've got a new fireplace as well. We've got an electric fire, which we haven't had before. And yesterday we also had some blinds fitted, because we needed some new blinds. So that's really boring voiceover today. I'm sorry, I've just noticed that. Yeah, that's all been going on, pretty boring. And they were actually putting new ones in my room as well. So I always do this whenever there's like a construction builder person coming in, and I always take my microphone out of my room because it's like this big boom stand with a microphone on the end, and it kind of looks a little bit odd. And once I did get a question about that from somebody who came to do some work on the house, and they were doing something in my room, and ever since then I've always what's the word? Demantled? I don't know. Took away my microphone from my desk while people come to the house, and it's really frustrating though, because setting it back up again is always a struggle because the cable, I can never get it right. Anyway, back to the build here. So you can see that we're working on the kitchen here. It is a black and white theme, which, to be honest, I haven't really done a monochrome theme in a while. I always go for like creamier colours and stuff like that. So I thought, you know, it's a nice little change, I suppose. And I did go ahead and use the Jungle Adventure counters because they did work really well with the colour scheme I was going for. And then this is the garage area that I was talking about before. And I do have the little laundry section here, and there's also some gym equipment and a yoga mat here as well. So the bedrooms, like I said, I cannot remember how many there is, but I'm pretty sure there's 3. I think there's 3. There's either 2 or 3. I can't really remember, but we'll see that, you know, a little bit later. You know, forgive me for forgetting the details, but you know, like I said, it's been like 2 months since I built this, so I've never ever done a build like that before. I know a few people who like randomly upload like a build from like a year ago, but I don't know why I've never done that before. This is probably one of the longest times that I've gone since like actually doing a build and getting it up. Just, you know, for things getting in the way. Anyway, so back to the build here. We're going to be working on this bathroom in just a second. I don't normally show you bathrooms in my builds because they are literally exactly the same. I have the same kind of styling for all my kind of, you know, well, 2 things. The styling that I do for bathrooms is something that you see in all my bathrooms throughout all my ski builds, but also in this particular house, all the bathrooms are exactly the same. I do like to keep, you know, using the same flooring and tiling because I feel like that's a little bit more realistic. So I tend not to show you all the bathrooms. Most of the time I don't show any at all, but sometimes I might include one. So yeah, you're in for a treat today by seeing a bathroom in a Thomas TV build. Anyway, so we're just working on the upstairs, as you can see. There's just a tiny little hallway area here, as you can see, and then there is, well, I'm thinking now, there's either 3 bedrooms, or I've got 2 bedrooms and a study. I can't exactly remember, but you know, it is a pretty small house, so I suppose you're not going to really be expecting more than 3 bedrooms, so you know, it's not that big of a deal. You could easily change that study though into another bedroom if you wanted to, and that's totally fine. You know, sometimes builds won't be perfect for you, so making changes is no problem. All I ask is don't re-upload it, because a lot of gallery creators, including me, have a problem where a lot of people are kind of just stealing your builds and you know, just re-uploading them. You know, like sometimes they have missing packs though, so especially for me where I use like a bunch of packs and then re-upload it, and then it's kind of just a blank shell of the home because like literally nearly everything is missing. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, this room is a study, so the next room is going to be a kids room, I think. Now, I can't remember if I do put kids toys in it or not. If not, you could easily add them. I do remember that I do put a single bed in from Seasons though, which you'll see right here. And yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this voiceover up here because we're going to end up onto the screenshots in just a quick second. I really hope you enjoyed today's speed build. In the comments section down below, let me know about what you thought of it. Let me know if you have any more suggestions for builds you want to see next, and you can go ahead and download this from the gallery. My origin ID is real ThomasTV1. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!